Although there are many definitions of sisterhood, sisterhood to me means one thing and one thing only: Zeta Tau Alpha.
Sisterhood to me means always being there for each other, always having each other's backs no matter what, through the good and the bad. Just having fun together, like enjoying the time you spend together.
Knowing that you have all these people here for you, it's the biggest support system that I've ever had, and I know that other girls feel the same way, and being able to look up to the older girls, and now being a senior having younger girls look up to me, it's just such an amazing feeling. And you have 50 friends, you are never bored, you can always do something with any one of them or all of them, and it's just so awesome to have that bond.
The fact that I have people to rely on when I need it most. When I'm down, they bring me up, and they're just always there, and I know I have someone to count on.
There are some things in life that mold you into the person you are truly supposed to be, and Zeta Tau Alpha is this chance. Being a ZTA is something that you not only choose, but it chooses you.
I joined Zeta because I always heard my sister talking about her sorority at her college, and she would talk about her little sister and how she's so amazing, and I would get jealous because I'm her little sister and I never wanted her to replace me. So whenever I got the Robert Morris, I decided that I'm going to join a sorority so I can have a big sister and go home and tell her about how amazing she is, and in that way she can be jealous. But what I found is that these girls are my sisters, and it's absolutely amazing.
My freshman year, first semester, I wasn't really getting everything out of it that I thought I would. I was in clubs, I made a bunch of friends, but it just didn't feel right. I actually was getting ready to transfer, and in the spring I wanted to stick it out for the full year, and I came across flyers around campus that said, interested in joining a sorority? So I said, yeah, why not? And I emailed the girl and went to a couple of the events that they had and fell in love with them instantly. And I haven't looked back since. Those transfer papers in the trash. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Think Pink is Zeta's national trademark and philanthropy, helping women all across the world with breast cancer research and education. Robert Morris Zetas raise thousands of dollars each year with different fundraisers and events.
So the month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and lucky for us, our philanthropy is breast cancer awareness and education, so we really go all out in October. We pink out the campus. It's really cool to see everyone everywhere has pink ribbons on. We hand them out like crazy. We have a yogurt eating contest, which is, it's kind of cool, and we save all the pink lids and turn them in, which is awesome. We end up raising a ton of money for that.
We usually have a yogurt eating contest, which is fun to watch, but kind of disgusting in the end.
It doesn't really usually end well because the fraternity guys try to be tough, but they aren't.
If I could describe the yogurt eating contest in one word to me, disgusting.
The yogurt eating contest is hysterical, in my opinion. To see how competitive the boys get over eating yogurt is it's crazy. They get so into it, and I think sometimes we forget that it is for such a good cause because we get so caught up in just the fun of the event. But we collect so many lids through that, and donating those lids is helping to save lives. So the yogurt eating contest, it's probably one of my favorite events just because of how fun it is and watching the guys get so into it.
Their efforts are continuous throughout the year, but particularly October, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, being their busiest. Campus gets a little taste of what the Zetas do throughout Pittsburgh and beyond at the RMU Pink Out Game.
Pink, pink!
We have a pink out game where, all the football players wear pink, the cheerleaders have pink. And we have tables set up and we do raffles and sell t-shirts, and it's really cool to have people come up to us and tell us that they like what we're doing.
We usually sell t-shirts and baked goods and raffle baskets, and we end up raising a lot of money, and the school actually will donate $1 per every ticket to us, so it's one of our biggest events that we have in October.
It's an amazing feeling to be able to meet other people and see people that have been diagnosed with breast cancer. They come up to you and say how we have impacted their lives, but really they have impacted us because we are doing this for them. They are our inspiration. We want to help them.
The Pink Out Games are a lot of fun. It's really nice to see everyone doing something for such a good cause. Breast cancer awareness. I haven't had anyone I know personally affected by it, but just knowing the amount of women that go through it, and even men now, it feels really good to be doing something for such a good cause, and it's nice to see all of us working together for that cause.
Something very enjoyable to the Iota Alpha chapter here at RMU is Greek Week. Greek Week is the chance to show our pride and spirit with some friendly competition from the rest of the Greek community.
Greek Week is a competition between all the sororities and all the fraternities. It's actually my favorite time of the year because you really get close with your sorority. Like the new members really you all just get so close during that week, and you really show what Zeta is all about.
It's where you do a bunch of activities, like they've had a food eating contest in the past, and they've had a chariot race, and volleyball and football and basketball, and it's a lot of fun. It's very competitive.
You see the bond with all the sisters and how we all come together because we all have this one goal that we want to win. And it's just amazing to see how everyone comes together, and you have all the different activities. And the best part is at the end with air band, whenever we lip sing the songs and dance.
Air band is definitely a Zeta favorite due to how much fun we make it. Lip singing and dancing is a great way to finish the week and reflect on how much we have grown as a chapter.
Anyone who knows me knows that I live for Greek Week. It might be a little corny, but it's my favorite week of the year.
Greek Week is probably the best week of the whole year, and we compete against other Greeks, and it's a lot of fun, and it's very competitive, but at the end of the week all of us Greeks come together a little bit more and get closer.
It's the time where all of us come together and we're all working towards the same exact goal, and it's just amazing to see how everyone puts so much effort into it. Especially air band, everyone gets so into it. We all work really hard all week. And granted, we're with each other 24/7, but it's worth it. And honestly, I think that week is the week that we get along better than any other week because, like I said, we're all trying to achieve the same thing, so.
It's so awesome to see the people competing, if I'm not in a competition, just to stand there and cheer for them and cheer your sisters on, or anything that you are participating in, to hear everyone, all your sisters cheering for you and chanting Zeta Tau Alpha. It's just so exhilarating and it's awesome, and it's just the best week of the whole year.
The various stereotypes of sororities become extremely frustrating because Zeta Tau Alphas know how to have a great time with one another without the consumption of alcohol or anything else that the nation thinks the typical sorority girl does.
The stereotypes of Greeks and the Greeks here at Robert Morris, I think, are completely opposite.
I mean, going home, when I told my grandparents and my family about it, they all assumed it's like you see on the TV shows where we party 24/7 and we all hook up, drink, boys, booze.
I can honestly say that I believed in those stereotypes before coming to college, and even going into recruitment, I still wasn't really sure. Just the stereotypes of hazing, of all they do is party, all they do is drink. And while yes, we do have fun, that's not what we're about. We're about the sisterhood, we're about philanthropy. It's more about the bond than it is the partying and everything that you see in the movies and on TV. It's just not like that at all.
I feel like a lot of people think that Greek life is all about partying and all about hazing and all this other stuff, when really it's not. It's just it's just about a bunch of people getting together and trying to better themselves and trying to better the community, and I wish we could really knock those stereotypes out, because we honestly don't party and we can hang out together completely sober and still have an amazing time. So the stereotypes of what you think Greek life is not what it seems.
Even our chapter specifically, we're not, party girls, and we don't haze, we don't do all the stuff that you see on TV. I honestly think it's ridiculous. I've never really met a chapter that is like that, and it kind of gives us a bad name. So, it's really hard to push through that when talking to, family and friends and even other people on campus who aren't Greek and might not understand it. But we're really not like that at all, and it's kind of frustrating, but it's also kind of fun to prove them wrong.
Becoming so routine with Zeta can make it hard for seniors that have to eventually walk away. 4 years can come and go within an instant.
I feel like as a senior leaving this chapter, I feel like it's in good hands, because going through recruitment, we try to pick the people that are gonna better the chapter and leave it how we want it to be left. As a senior, I don't want to leave, because you become so close with all these people that it's hard to imagine yourself without seeing them 24/7, and they're just the best people on this campus. And I know that despite the chapter being in good hands, it's gonna be the worst day of my life when I have to walk away from this campus and leave the chapter that I went into 4 years ago and move on with my life, because I don't want to ever move on from Zeta.
As a senior, I don't want to leave. Thinking about graduating and having to leave my sisters is the scariest part for me. It's scarier than going to find a job or any of the other things that you have to deal with in the real world, because here you always have your sisters by your side no matter what. And granted, they're always still going to be there for you, but it's never going to be that same. You see each other on a daily basis, and yeah, you can still call, but like I said, it's just not the same.
It's one of the most upsetting feelings to me. I can't, thinking about it gets me really emotional. It's coming up a lot quicker than I think it is, but it's okay, because I know that when I leave, this chapter is going to be in such great hands. The girls who are here after I graduate, they, have followed in our footsteps and the people before us, and they're teaching all the new girls that we just got the same thing, and it's only going to get better from here. I don't want to think about leaving. It's really upsetting, because it's become such a huge part of my life. This whole thing is just, it's kind of devastating, but I know that when I come back in 5 or 10 years, they're just going to be so much better than we are now. When we first came here 4 years ago, our chapter's doubled in size, and I can only imagine where it's going to be 4 years from now.
Sisters are more than friends, they are family. And this opportunity of becoming a Zeta Tau Alpha is the chance of a lifetime. Being a Zeta is not just 4 years, it's for life.
Individually
And collectively,
We are
Zeta Tau Alpha.
Zeta Tau Alpha.
We are Zeta Tau Alpha.